What are your expectations for Warzone 2? We're gonna talk about this right now in this video. And before we even start, I want you guys to like the video and leave a comment about what are your expectations for Warzone 2. To be honest, I still think the game is gonna be bad. It's like, and it's no denying it, that the PC and mouse experience, the keyboard and mouse experience is the worst experience for a keyboard and mouse player in any video game. Here's an example of what they do. They make your screen shake and smoke and anything they can do to make the player not see who they're shooting at. About 96% of the player base is using a controller. I see a lot of the big keyboard and mouse people going to controller because they make their bread and butter on Warzone. Like if I was a Warzone streamer and I only made money from Warzone, I would probably have to switch back to a controller. They shake your screen so you can't see the player with smoke, and they do all kind of things so the keyboard and mouse player can't see what he's shooting at. If you play Warzone on keyboard and mouse, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you only play on controller, never touch keyboard and mouse, you probably think I'm just ranting and crying. But in all reality, I'm just telling you the truth. They make the screen shake, they make it smoky, they make us not see who I'm shooting at because I don't have aim assist, and they're overthinking even in the playing field. Because it's some big advantages that keyboard and mouse has. It's no denying that. But the aim assist in Call of Duty just cancels it. At least let us see what we're shooting at. At least they can give us that. In Warzone 1, we kind of saw what we were shooting at, but they had super dark corners and stuff like that, so we would lose tracking. Here's one of the best examples I could give. If you're in a dark corner, and I'm in a dark corner, we're both in dark corners. You have a controller, I have keyboard and mouse. I have to hit what I'm shooting at. I have to be exactly on point with my aim. With aim assist, you can just feel it. You could just feel that you're on the person. And you can take your shots and hit your shots. Me, I won't even know a person's there. Like if I'm running around on Caldera and someone's in a bush, I won't even know who's there. If a person with a controller is running around in Caldera, someone's in a bush, it'll just tug at the bush and be like, oh, yeah, there's somebody in here, somebody around here. Like me, I would have no clue. With all this screen shake and super visual, it's not recoil, it's visual recoil that make us not see what we're shooting at, help us lose gunfights. Then you have super strong aim assist. You'll win the gunfight every time. At least let us see what we're shooting at. That was a keyboard and mouse rant right there. And if you don't understand what I mean about the strong aim assist, go play Battlefield 2042. Just go play it. And you're gonna realize, oh, my aim is a little off. My aim is off in this game. I'm not hitting my shots in this game. You know why? Because aim assist isn't as strong as it is in Warzone. Matter of fact, go play Modern Warfare 2 or Black Ops 2. And you're gonna realize, oh, my aim a little off. You know, I'm losing it. I gotta get used to the game again. That's gonna be in your head. You're gonna be thinking that stuff. But no, it's the aim assist. It's the aim assist, not just dragging you to my chest to shoot me in it. Huh, here. It's like I'm pulling the barrel to my chest for you and shoot me here. That's aim assist in Warzone. Let's talk about how much of a bad idea the Gulag was. They implemented VoIP in the game where you can talk to people, talk to your enemies, team up. So some idiot at the round table said, hey, let's make the Gulag 2v2 so they can talk to each other. And let's put a jailer in there so everybody can talk to each other and say, hey, let's band together. Let's team up and kill the jailer. Wow. Like, some people don't want to play, some people don't want to team up. Some people just wants to go in the Gulag, fight 1v1 and leave. 2v2 was such a terrible idea. Even equipment in the Gulag, I think, is a bad idea. How skillful is it to just throw a stun and stun somebody and then run up and shoot them? No. You got a gun, I got a gun. Don't put a capture the flag thing in the middle of the circle. Have the circle close. Have gas in the Gulag, right? Have the circle as soon as it starts. We're running at each other and a circle is just closing and closing. And however amount of time that's in the Gulag, give us that amount of time that the circle closes. Simple as that. We don't need grenades. We don't need stun grenades. Give me an MP5 and give him an MP5. Or even, what would even be funner is at the beginning of the Gulag, choose your weapon of choice. They'll all be naked, no attachments. For this Gulag, you get to choose MP5 or AK-47. Boom. Then he chooses an AK-47, I choose an MP5. I'm dipping and dodging, trying to get close to kill him. And he's staying long range, but the circle is closing. Like, how fun would that be? But they said they're going back to 1v1 Gulag. Shotguns have been removed from rotation while handguns will remain available as secondary weapons. I don't get it, but that's what they say they're gonna do. Still gonna be a Gulag with stun grenades and all kind of stupid stuff. They said they're gonna take out the backpacks. I didn't mind the looting. The looting was okay to me. It didn't really bother me. And everybody that plays it regularly is naturals. If you play on controller or if you play on keyboard and mouse, the looting like isn't really that bad because you're used to it. It's a new game. You can get used to it and everybody's used to it. I think Blackout's looting was like this anyway. The only thing about the looting was the loot that falls on the ground piles up on each other. How dumb do you have to be to make the same mistake in two different video games? Like Warzone 1, remember when it first started, the loot did that. Piled up on each other and it was hard to pick up the loot. Then they spread it out in a circle like Fortnite, like any other game. Why didn't y'all just do that at the start of this game? It baffles me to did the person who did the coding for that leave or something and just say, we're not telling you guys how to do it? Did they leave for another company? Is this another company doing this? Like a whole nother company making this game? Because I just don't understand how you can make that same mistake, you know? Loadouts. I don't know what they're gonna do with loadouts, but they need to put loadouts back how Warzone 1 loadouts dropped. Why would they drop the loadouts in a straight line in the middle of the circle and the people on the outskirts to the left or the right of it are just 700,000 miles away from the loadouts? So they're just at a disadvantage. Like, so, oh, we shouldn't even be playing in the game. Like, what's the point? Because every ground loot gun is going to get destroyed by a loadout weapon. What were they thinking? Like, who thought of that? And then it's like a loadout where people could just go to and just camp it. If they drop individual loadouts for teams, like how it was, like it's harder to camp, you know, to be aware of another team around. I don't know what it is with these developers. What do they be thinking? You're at home. I know you at home right now listening to this video, this commentary, this whatever rant, and you're saying the same, you said the same thing, like, hey, I could think of way better things to do with the loadout. I could think of way better things to do with the gulag. But why can't they? And they're supposed to be people who went to college and school for this stuff. They just overthink everything, maybe. If we have to say what were they thinking with multiple things, and I mean multiple core things of the game, like the buy station, what were they thinking? Can't run while plating. What were they thinking? If I'm plating in real life, although I won't have to do it, but I'm 1,000% positive I'll be able to run while doing it. Run away while doing it. Maybe not top speed, but I'll at least be able to jog while doing it. The vehicles being slippery. Like, what were they thinking? If you own a Jeep Cherokee, get in your car right now, your Jeep, your SUV, whatever it is, I guarantee you won't be sliding all over the street. And that's just 3 things I just came up with from the top of my head. Driving around. That's transportation. That's one of the main things of the game. Running while plating. That's combat. That's one of the main things in the game. Can't see what you're shooting at. That's combat. That's the fun part. That's the funnest part of the game. Like me, from my perspective, I can't win a close gunfight because I can't see what I'm shooting at. So I'm like fucking 50-50 on those. And I guarantee I'm better than the other player that I'm fighting. I don't know what Huskers is doing and these other mouse and keyboard players, but me, I can't see shit when I start shooting close range. And the buy stations, you risk your life to go in the buy station. You can get shot while in the buy station to go in there just to buy a UAV, because UAVs lead to fun. You know, you want to get in gunfights. You want to find people because that's fun, but the UAV isn't there. Somebody else bought one. Why don't you just limit it 1 to each team per buy station? Not 1 UAV per buy station, 1 for each team. I've been to that buy station, I bought a UAV, so I know a UAV isn't gonna be there. I'm not gonna go to that buy station. And while we're talking about buy stations should have things that you really want in there. Like, the only thing I ever go to the buy station for is to buy my homies back, to buy UAV, or to buy weapons. That's 3 things, right? Loadout, same thing, weapons. 3 things. All that other crap you don't need, really. You find all of that stuff all over on the ground all day, every day. With that being said, kill streaks should be only in the buy station. Why are kill streaks everywhere? Why do I kill someone and it's 4 streaks in their bag? Like, why should you be able to carry 4 streaks? What were they thinking? You know why we can't hear footsteps? It's because it's airstrike going off every 3 seconds. It's a cluster bomb, not a cluster strike going off every 2 minutes. All game you hear cluster strikes. It's no quiet time in this game. None. It's always a streak going off. And if you never realize that, you can't unnotice it after listening to this commentary. You're gonna go play it and be like, wow, it's noise the whole game from streaks. You don't hear no gunfire, you don't. You just hear streaks going off. Flying over your head, like all game. What were they thinking? I hope these changes are for the best. I'm gonna end this commentary here. I literally can make a podcast and talk about this all day. I could talk about this game all day on what they need to fix. Sorry for the mouse and keyboard rant, because I know as a controller player, you don't want to hear this BS. You probably think I'm just crying. Sorry for that rant, but it just gotta be said. Like, I can't see any people playing mouse and keyboard can't see anything when they're shooting. That's why they miss their shots, because they can't see. Not because you're outmaneuvering them. We simply can't see. And I have perfect vision. And remember, Michael Jordan is the jive turkey of basketball. I'm out.